This potential house flip right here actually looks pretty good, doesn't it? But it has the worst mold issues that I've ever seen. And not only that, the sellers, the people who own this house who were in it, they tried to do a remodel themselves and it didn't turn out well. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take you in through this house. We're gonna break down the budget. I'm gonna be using a hard money loan. Then I'm also gonna be talking to the actual wholesaler who sent it to me, and we're gonna negotiate the deal, see if we can buy this thing today. But I'm telling you right now, if you're getting into house flipping, these are the kind of properties that you're gonna have to come in and start looking at. You guys might be able to smell the mold through the camera. So anyways, we're gonna go in and check out this house. I'm gonna take you through everything. If you're getting into house flipping, starting a house flipping business, I'm not a guru. This would actually, if I bought this would only be my 4th one, and I'm getting my butt kicked, you know, all the time learning, but I'm documenting it all for you guys. So welcome to the Ground Up House Flipping channel. Now, let's go check this bad boy out. Oh, and I'm just gonna mention one more thing. I'm about to leave this thing, and well, who shows up? All the boys with the Mercedes Benzes, the Corvettes. I thought I was coming to look at this myself, but apparently everybody got the word. And I think this is one of the terrifying things about house flipping as well, is you got all these people, you know, you go to these showings and you see all these Maseratis and Lambos, and it's like celebrity house flipping out here. I don't know. And here I am. I'm a dad of 3 young kids, and I got a man van here and my dog in the passenger seat. So just trying to do some house flipping here. So let's get into this crazy, crazy day. What's up, rookie house flippers? Oh, and there is a bonus to this. I didn't even know this was gonna happen, but those cars that you just saw, at the end of this, I was freaking out. I was kind of ticked off because I thought I was the only one looking at this house. And then I saw these other people go in there, and I was sitting in my van, and I'm like, oh, I should just go home. I'm just gonna go home. Screw it. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna. I'm actually gonna go in and I'm gonna interview one of these guys. I want to learn from these people, but for some reason in my mind, I was like, they're my enemy, right? Thank goodness I did. So you're gonna get an exclusive interview. This is actually a younger kid, but he's done 40 flips, 40 of them. In fact, he has one of the craziest stories that I've ever heard. His very first house, he saved up for like years to buy this thing. 10, 15 grand, whatever it was, showed up, wrong address, absolute disaster, crying, you name it. So this can be tough stuff, but I actually get to interview him. And the cool part about it is he breaks down his flipping strategy. So I was like, hey, can I put this on my YouTube channel? He's like, yeah, dude, for sure. So you're gonna hear his like psychology behind flipping. Completely different than what I've ever heard before. So you have to watch this entire video because you're gonna get the tour, the price, the everything, and then you're gonna hear his price of what he thinks. And then at the end of the day, you actually get to hear his strategies behind flipping too. So not only are we gonna walk, talk a property, go through budget, call the wholesalers, make offers, do everything. Crazy cool interview. So let's get into that stinky, moldy house. Let's go, homies. All right, so we just pulled into the neighborhood of where we're buying, well, looking at another property. I actually wanted to turn the camera on for you guys ahead of time. We got a bunch of industrial and storage and stuff over here. I've actually noticed quite a few like nicer cars and nicer homes. And this is my money dog. So he came with me on my very, very, very first flip, the very first one in Kingwood. And so I called him the money dog ever since. So I had to bring money dog today because I feel like it's been months since I've bought a deal. Man, I've talked about this in many videos that, you know, I kind of got on fire there for a little bit. We bought one, flipped it, made money, bought 2 more going, and then all of a sudden it came to a screeching halt. In fact, I've got a lot of updates for you guys on house flip number 2, Honeycut. We did a whole week, barely any showings, so might be doing a new listing strategy. But this is a property that came, I found another wholesaler, and they find deals in Houston, but they're not from here. So what they do is, I talked to him, he's like, yeah, I always just get rid of them because I don't want nothing to do with them. I was like, well, send them to me, because he was giving them to other wholesalers, and then they would take a chunk and then it would get too thick. So I am starting some new lead generation stuff to try and find more deals myself. But you know, this one, he's handing them to me. He doesn't want anything to do with them. So it's really good numbers on it. We'll break down the numbers, the calculator, everything on it. But I'm meeting my contractor here. You can see there's big, nice homes. And a lot of these are really pretty and well kept up. And then boom, there's your culprit right there. So my contractor's showing up. Apparently there's a lockbox on this door. Man, this is a huge lot. Look at the size of this thing. I'm gonna hop out. Hey, money dog, you gotta stay, okay? You protect the man van here. I'm gonna get out. Actually, I'm gonna pull over here, get out off this main road kind of. Damn, look at those big old beautiful trees. Is that part of the house too? And it's got a garage. Oh man, I want this thing. Right now, the numbers are supporting pretty decent profit. Good area. Right away, I love this. You got this corner lot. Look at the size of this freaking lot right here. And the beautiful part is you've got a full like 2-car garage back there, and it almost looks like a separate entrance. So I don't know if they had like an ADU or something here too. And my contractor should be here in the next 5-10 minutes as well. So that way we can kind of go through this whole thing, talk about what we'll do, and you know, get our budget right away so I can send this over to Hard Money Joe and we can kind of crunch the numbers on closing costs. But right now, even just looking at it the way it is, it's actually not a separate entrance. It's supporting about a $60,000 budget would be basically just closing costs, not a lot of money out of pocket. Again, I'll do the cash calculator and show you exactly what I mean, but there's houses for sale right over here. There's two, one that's sold, and I think two that are, one's pending and another one listed, and they're all right at the ARV of this one. So one's pending, one's sold, and there's another one listed right at the ARV of this. So that's good news. The only other thing I looked up was the flood maps, and it's weird because like half this street shows that it's in a 500-year flood zone, and the other half, and I don't remember which one, shows that it's not in a flood zone, but at least our comps are all in the same thing. So that's what I've learned too, is if as long as you're using comps that are in the same flood zone, if it's, and it's 500 years, so it's not near as bad as like the 100 year. Anyways, looks like it's actually in pretty decent shape. I'm just gonna turn this off. I'm gonna wait for my contractor. He should be here any minute, and then I'm gonna get us inside of this thing. All right, so wholesaler actually gave me the lockbox code, so I'm gonna pop open the old lockbox, which this is actually kind of nice, you know, to have the ability not to have anybody here. Again, I love these style where you just come look at it. I'm really starting to not like the ones where there's like 50 people out here, you know, doing that. So this is my whole goal. All right, I just got the code. Let's see if we can get in this bad boy. Boom, baby. We got keys to 300 Z's. Now we got this funky rope on here thing. I don't know how this works. Unlock. Oh, they, it was already unlocked, so whoever did it last didn't. I'd locked it, that's why I couldn't do it. All right, let's do this. They must have had a dog. I'll come grab you guys here in a second. This is always the scariest part. You never know if somebody living in this son of a biscuit here. So I'm gonna bring y'all with me and crack this door open, and then I'll wait for my contractor. Hello? Investor coming to look at the property. Learned that from Ozzy when I was touring.
Hello? Hey, we're coming in to check out the property. We have authority to be here. If somebody's in the house, make yourself known right now, because we do have weapons.
He usually carries a machete. I should probably do that, but I ain't got one. Quick sneak peek. That's it. Okay, let me wait for my contractor. All right, the man, the myth, the legend. My contractor just showed up. I'm gonna get him mic'd up. He's here. I wanna hear his initial thoughts too. What's up, doggy?
Nada.
Okay.
Spot, huh?
What do you think? This thing's massive, huh? Here, actually, I'll, what's up, man? I'm gonna just clip you. Everybody gotta hear your opinion. So right now, 145 purchase price and an ARV at like 275.
Really? It's got a good roof on it. Windows are not that great, but
windows aren't too great.
That
But
one's
huge
broken.
detached garage
yeah, 2-car garage.
and a big corner lot.
Yeah. that's
So
a
I already
good
got it
plus.
open. Let's go check it
Let's
out.
go check it out.
That's what I noticed. It looks like pretty good roof and
Yeah, fairly recent.
oh,
maybe.
money dog. We'll be back. Protector. So right now, roof looks actually pretty new, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's about 1.5 2 years old. Yeah, it's a very good roof.
What's that like plastic thing underneath the ridge line up there? What?
Oh, that's your ridge vent.
And so that lets the air come in and
The heat,
come out.
it exhausts heat.
Is that plastic?
It is.
Because like in Idaho, they didn't have that kind of stuff.
That's because y'all don't get as hot as Houston.
So the attics and stuff, that's what it does though. It lets the heat come.
It releases all the heat.
Gotcha.
Especially if you have foam insulation, you don't put it on there, but if you don't, you definitely want to have it vented.
Okay. No major cracks or nothing that I saw.
No, the brick's good.
And this is from the sellers. It's not from an investor apparently.
Really?
But it looks like somebody tried to do something.
Oh yeah, they've already started. They had probably the roof. And they tried to knock out walls, but
Right, so it's a brand new roof. And they tried to knock out walls. They've got a beam right here supporting, so I mean, it's probably load bearing. Oh yeah, that beam.
this column is not gonna stay here.
Right.
No, this is not even a supporting, this is a 4x6, but you definitely wanna get rid of this. They put the wrong beam in here, is what happened.
So what are they're trying to support this right here?
Yeah, so if you can tell there where the footprint, Jackson, they had this divided. They had the living room area from where dining room from the living room from the
They
kitchen,
did.
but they wanted to have a big open concept, but obviously they were having a little bit of framing issues.
Yeah,
And,
what would make them just, or money issues or something?
yeah, that too.
But I don't see like a red tag on the door, and like I don't think they get shut down.
I don't think so either. You have a little water coming in from this back, looks like.
It doesn't feel like it's sloping much, do you think? Oh yeah, probably from all that rain 2 nights ago,
The
huh?
back door's rotten.
That is rotten.
Yeah, this back siding's
So
rotten.
this gets a ton of water. This concrete pad is screwed, man. Mm-hmm. It's all
goes
sloping
that way.
So what are you doing? Do you got to bust this thing out?
You bust it out and pour a new one away from it.
But what do you think something like that cost?
It's probably about, I would say about $2,500,
Okay.
24, 25. Break out, pour a new one.
Look at this freaking backyard, dude.
That's huge. It's messy, but it's huge.
Yeah, but this is way easier to clean than freaking honeycut.
Look,
Oh yeah.
gutters are shot too. Those gutters are no good.
And you wouldn't even need to put gutters back up, would you? Can you
Nah.
just take them down and?
Well, look, to be honest with you, Jackson, I would definitely put a little section at least
Okay.
from here to here to where you
Yeah.
cross under it.
Looks like a newer AC condenser.
Yeah, that's fairly new. It's about a year old. The house all see this is the problem. If you can look at the structure already, this has been getting wet for a long time.
Yeah.
Your base plate, this frame's rotted in the back. To fix this properly, I would start from that corner and work my way all the way around with siding. As you can see, this ground is higher than the house.
Yeah,
You notice that?
I do.
So
So what happens in like inspections? They'll see that too?
You got to cut it down. Yeah, the same guys that do this, there probably is a way to bring a skid steer back here. Yeah, because this is falling over anyway. Cut this tree down and bring in a skid steer through here and cut this down. This whole ground needs to be cut down. This is a major problem here.
And then okay, so they
Love
got
the pecan tree.
concrete foundation there, so that's good, but do you think the base plates and stuff are screwed? Like, what do you do if,
Yeah, so look, all the rain's going that way.
Yeah.
This needs to be cut. You're gonna have to take out some dirt out of here.
which is fine.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. About 2 trailer loads of dirt. Not a big deal. It just needs to happen.
That's probably a foot higher.
About a foot higher, yeah. You need to be at least where this is at, right here. And if you could actually use some of this dirt and put it here and slope away.
What, do you got to replace all the wood siding then?
Yes, and probably some of the framing under there as well. And it's just the back here.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's just the back. Everything else is good. This massive pecan tree here, and then what is this on this? No, not a pecan, that's something else. These are beautiful right here.
So pretty.
The live oak, I mean,
I would love to have these trees in my yard.
yeah, agreed.
But what a big yard, man. This is a pretty cool lot.
And if you noticed, they dug a hole here.
Probably
so
a tree fell here or something, you think?
it's possible that there was a tree here. So you just need to do a little bit of dirt work back here and probably $1,500 of dirt work. And,
Okay.
And
So
call this a day.
$4,000 back here for concrete, grass, all that, and then at least all that wood siding there.
Yeah,
and paint.
all the wood siding needs to go.
And then it's brick up front, so
Yeah, and then paint it. And then if you want to paint the brick or if you want to leave it on, that's up to you. I mean, this is
yeah,
already,
probably paint it white like we do. I mean, got to stand out.
The owners are, well, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. All right, so they have
I want
a
to see this. I'm intrigued to see what this is.
detached garage, right? Yeah.
Another door here. Yeah, so it's pretty big. Look, they have a tub here. They were wanting to do something.
Yeah, they must have just given up.
Yeah, there's a tub there.
Look at the electrical. They ripped that all apart too.
Oh yeah, they were gonna try to do the electrical too. They replaced the box, but they didn't know what they were doing, unfortunately.
Yeah, man, you got some open plugs right there.
And your Harley Davidson seat on there.
Dang.
That's a nice fridge right there. That's a freezer.
I need a freezer. What do we buy? Clean that.
Clean it up and good to go.
Hot tub lid for that hot tub out back.
Yeah. So they got a little bit of duct work.
Look at all the freaking
pecs.
pecs.
Yeah, I think they were starting to fix this house and then they called it a day. Let's
Okay.
go inside and check it out.
Yeah, I want to see the rest of the inside.
Make sure to lock that door behind you.
All right.
Oh, that's another. I guess this is the mudroom over here.
Yeah, so that's where you enter in to the mudroom. Yep.
Yeah, I think we should get rid of this door. What do you think, Jackson?
Yeah, and then just have the mudroom. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
This would give you more wall space. Don't you agree?
Yeah, big time.
And,
that's a good idea.
And here's your mudroom over here. Well, I think they got flooded, Jackson.
Yeah, I wonder if it got flooded.
It must have got flooded.
Or a pipe, and you can smell that mold.
And you can see it on the other walls too.
Oh, there's a half bath back here. That's nasty, boy. But that's nice to have a half bath, I guess.
See the mold?
Do you think pipes burst and ran down?
No, I don't think so, Jackson. And look, let's keep walking. Look, all this is wet. This looks like there's mold behind there.
But when would it have flooded?
See, they took the drywall out all through here, and it's already moldy again.
So you think this thing just probably those rainstorms from the backyard, you think?
It's very possible, but I don't know.
Look at this nice corner shelf though. I mean, that is nice.
They built their own dehumidifier.
Holy shit, they did.
4 filters and a box fan.
A box fan and filters. So they tried to replace, a lot of this.
Yeah, this got flooded. Somehow, look, Jackson, you see mold everywhere, buddy.
What does that tell you? Like, is that not a big problem to you? Like, you know how to fix that? Or is that like, I don't even want to mess with this house?
I'm wondering why the mold went up so high is what I'm wondering.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, I could see it in the bottom, but...
And then what's this, a dining room,
Look.
I guess?
And this is actually new drywall.
And you got all that mold in here, yeah. I wonder if when it rains, like those big rain...
Look, you're getting humidity from the ground. All this is brand new drywall. It's moldy already.
So I wonder if the backyard, if there's holes probably through the door, it's probably coming in from the door then when we get those heavy rains and just flooding this.
It's possible. And the foundation has a little bit of an issue. You can see it.
You think so? It feels pretty straight, but...
Look, stand right here, Jackson, and look in to that room. It goes down to that corner over there. You can even see the gap on the drywall on top. You see where they're putting it in?
Oh yeah, man, you got a keen eye. So with our
That corner's
foundation
low.
guys, something like this is probably...
Probably about $2,800.
Yeah, I was gonna say $3,000 to $5,000.
Possibly, yeah. It depends how bad. I mean, if I can see it, and we haven't even pulled out this drywall yet in this kitchen, obviously.
6 years, life's been crazy, but been so worth living with you. I love you. Oh, what a good message.
I love you with mold and all.
I love you with mold and all. Hey man, this thing's nice wide open though. I mean,
Yeah, hey, you have potential's great here. It's
would
just,
you blow that whole thing out? Like, there's no reason to have that closed. That's not a room.
that would actually be a bedroom.
You think so?
Oh,
Does it
yeah.
have a closet though? I guess we could just frame one in.
I would definitely consider this being a bedroom.
Yeah, just frame a little closet.
Yep, that would be one bedroom. This is massive right here, wide open.
It is. It's really nice.
Yeah.
I know she would love that brick fireplace. Paint that.
So then we come to the good side of it. It smells pretty good in here.
Smells like animals. Lots of animals.
That carpet, that's what smells.
Oof. Okay, so we got a full bath here. I think it's 2.
One bedroom, little closet.
Ooh, that is funky.
2 bedrooms with clouds
Holy. Yes.
and
And
state or something.
That's the light, the electric lights.
Yeah, but they kind of did it like a state, I'm guessing, right?
I don't even know, man.
I don't know, but goodness.
Whew, that smells.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 1, 2,
How you, buddy?
3. It's 4 bedroom, and if you made the one up front, that would be a 5 bedroom
This is-
house
This is the master with the master bath.
with 2.5, because it had that toilet in the mudroom. So
Nice and muggy up in here.
it is nice and muggy.
Wow, look at that big old shower they got in there.
Holy shit, I don't even
Massive.
know if we can get in there. So we could probably just tear all this.
I have an
wall-
idea.
Like just make one big.
My mind's already
I know. Tell me your
ticking
idea.
like crazy, so I would actually make this door, move it over some, move this wall over some, make that shower bigger.
Yeah.
Get rid of that stupid sink right there. That's
Right.
just a,
And maybe do a double over here or something.
yeah, nice big shower in here.
Okay.
Look, take that off, all this, nice big shower here.
Yeah, once you remove all the thick framing, 2x4 frame, you have just glass and
It is bad in here, guys.
Smells,
The smell
man.
is nice and
there's a bunch of water damage up there
consuming.
too.
Oh, yeah, that was probably from the roof.
At least it's got the new roof, it looks like new AC.
I had enough of this, buddy.
I know, it's stinky.
Look, they had dogs in here.
Yeah, they've scratched the front door to hell too. This is a good sized room though, man. It's a little over 2,300 square foot house.
And it's carpet in here, but this sucker's sunk that way. Stand right here, Jackson, look that way.
Look at this too. So that's just like blowing mold, man. You're breathing that all the time. Oh my goodness.
That's what they were gonna replace the ductwork.
You're thinking definitely replace. So if it gets mold in it like that, you just replace it.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a complete gut, Jackson.
Yep.
All the walls gotta go. We gotta come in here and spray.
Okay,
Before they even level, I would get rid of all the drywall on the walls, and depending how high it goes to the ceiling, I just think they installed it with mold on this.
Okay.
See how there's drywall on the ground there that's new and
Yeah.
it's moldy?
Yeah.
I think they just installed it with mold.
Yeah, and I mean, you can see there that massive gap in the door, and you do like that could be the way that the door's hung, but you got a
Nope.
smaller gap there than
It's your
there.
foundation.
Yep.
It was hard opening it.
So it's definitely higher over here, and then that
Oh, that's hard work.
I don't know if that Yeah, I know, right?
They're working real hard over here.
And this concrete is sloped really hard into
Oh,
the
yeah.
house.
Oh yeah.
Because that rain we got like 2 nights ago, man, I bet you that brought water in.
They did a beautiful job on this.
Oh, this is just self-leveler, huh?
Yeah, it's patch.
Oh, feel that. That's really bad.
I see that.
Holy moly.
I see that. That's what I
What
was
do you do with
telling
a fireplace, though?
Oh, it'll level.
It will?
Oh yeah, everything. It's sitting on the foundation. It'll all raise at the same time. Like I said, if we can, we would have to get this one like at 100, Jackson.
Okay.
To be able to, you're gonna spend some money on this one.
I mean, yeah, just so you're at least 80 right now.
I'd say more like 95.
Okay.
You're gutting everything in here. You're gonna check all your water
And it's
lines,
2,300 square foot.
all your electrical, all your, and it's, yeah. How many square feet is it?
2,300 square foot.
I think it's a little more than that, Jackson.
It's big.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Probably didn't seem that big when this wall was here and
Yeah,
that wall.
I think it's about, personally, I think it's about 2750, somewhere in that area. I think they added something here.
Well, I'll look at the tax rolls, but
'Cause look,
regardless.
that wall is closed in. I think they used to be like the study or the something.
See, I think that, yeah, it's almost like they framed.
They
That
closed
probably
it
used to
in.
walk through to a
Yeah,
dining room,
yeah,
and now you could make it a bedroom or
Yeah.
open it. But
Office, whatever you want.
yeah, even your cabinets are covered
Moldy.
in mold.
Yeah, everything's got to go in here.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have.
Insulation, everything's got to go in here.
And then we would
I
do-
think that even the ceilings, because look how bad they're cracking anyway. Plus, if you see the mold that far up, everything goes, Jackson. This house has got mold. I mean, it's
Okay, so let's talk about that. Now you have a house that's full of mold, the insulation, the drywall. You got to get it out, and then you have to spray and kill it, right?
so yes. So once you got everything completely, there's a chemical called 4080. It's a hospital grade
Yeah.
spray that we use, and that stuff you spray it, and it will never allow mold to grow again.
Gotcha.
Period. It's a high dollar chemical, but it is hospital grade. It is the best. It kills every bacteria that's out there, and it'll definitely kill the mold.
Yeah.
And it'll change the smell immediately. It's a disinfectant.
The good news is if we convert that into a 5th bedroom over there, you know, that it might up the ARV quite a bit too.
I think that if we can put it where the other ones are at, I think that would be great. If
I
we
think so
can-
too. I mean, 275 would be where we'd want to.
I think on this one, Jackson, all in, you're probably going to be on the leveling, on the foundation, on the flooring, on all the drywall, walls, ceilings, everything, plumbing,
Yeah.
restrooms, everything. You're probably about 110 to 115 in this one. And remember, once we get all this down, you're going to actually see what the framing looks like and have to redo most of it.
So why would you have to redo a lot of the framing?
So this is, why do you think that column is there?
Was it starting to sag?
Does Eddie know what
Yeah.
what they were doing? They're wanting to use it as a load bearing.
Yeah.
You don't want that. You want to go from wall to wall.
And can you span? That has to be like a super beam because that's like 20 feet, isn't it?
You can go all the way up to 20 with a double. You
With the
to
what?
go
Double 2x10?
double 2x12.
Double 2x12?
Yes, but if you're going for anything more than 20, you can do a triple 2x12.
Okay.
Or a super beam, a power beam, either one.
And then
They're both-
why did they put that one there? Just
That's the same thing that
because everything's running this way, right?
they're carrying. No. These two, remember, these are walls. You see?
Yeah.
So they're carrying that wall there, and they're carrying this wall here and this one from here. You can
Okay.
even see it. See, this beam right here is carrying the rest of that joist. You see this one
Yeah,
across
so-
right here, and then your joists go that way.
So yeah, they're tying into this triple here.
And they did the same thing over here on this one. This framing is not up to par. You see where they spliced all that right there?
Yeah.
And it's a 2x10 instead of 2x8 looks like.
Yeah, so right there.
Yeah, all that needs to be taken out.
And it's got-
And we got to build a support wall to do all that. And you can see the roof.
Yeah, it's the slats 1x3s or whatever.
No.
Is it?
No, flip it around so I can see the light. To just that side of the ceiling roof. There it is. So it's actually got plywood. It used to have wood shingles. They replaced it with plywood.
Gotcha.
That's why those 1x are there. And normally back.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see it.
you
It's
see them?
underneath it.
Yes, sir.
To staple. Okay, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the way that works. So we're safe on that. You never want to buy a house that has wood shingles under it because no insurance company will insure you
Sure.
unless you replace it all, which is probably going to cost you upwards of 20 to 30 grand.
So right now our roof is looking good. Where everything under is what we got to worry about.
Yes.
And you think we got to replace all the ductwork too?
I don't think I know.
You know.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you can see the mold in every single ductwork and boxes.
Yep.
I mean, it's all going to be bare like a new construction anyway.
Yeah.
All the doors got to go as well. Exterior
You
doors.
know why it's a good deal.
Yeah. Nobody wants to mess with mold. We know how to deal with it, so
Okay.
I mean, once you actually gut all this, completely gut it, and we probably should step outside. Yeah, I'm gonna close this up all the way.
Yeah, lock that one, we'll go up front. Stop breathing in the mold.
They had a good system going though.
Comes with some nudie cards, there we go.
Woo! That's hilarious.
I like it though, man. I think this thing can look amazing. And you got the massive lot. And
I knew as soon as I saw this house, it was gonna have foundation issues. Want me to hold that for you?
man, everything has foundation issues around Houston.
Yeah.
But it shocks me that like, it doesn't cost a ton to do, that whole like door frame's loose.
Yeah, it's the whole door. It's shot.
These were probably in the house.
Yeah.
These freaking
Yeah, probably.
2x4s.
4x4s?
Man, the front though, I mean, it looks
Overall looks good.
nice.
Yeah, overall looks good. I mean, I like needs a little bit of trimming on the front, but that's about it.
Huge lot.
Yeah, man. Massive.
I mean, I think, yeah, if
You actually have potential to do a driveway here in the front if you wanted to.
I wondered about that, but you do have such a big side lot.
Yeah, you don't really need it.
Not really, but I think you can make the front of this look. I mean, and here, my wife is gonna see this. She's been dying for a house with arches, Ismail.
Really?
She loves the look of that. So she would probably like almost two-tone, just guessing. I don't know what she would do. but
Probably.
She would love it.
And you see how the ground is a little higher up here too, Jackson?
If they're here, come scrape it, right?
I would. At least here in this area. At least here in this area.
Okay.
Definitely.
So you're thinking a total budget at least 90 to 100? Or are you thinking more?
I'm thinking almost 115, Jackson.
115.
Yeah, because remember, we got concrete to replace, we got grounds to level, we got the bricks probably going to be painted black and white. You got all the interior, all the cabinetry's gone, all the restrooms are gone, all the garage, all the electrical's got to be redone, all the plumbing's going to have to be redone. All your
What was the plumbing and electrical?
It's the plumbing you can't even tell because they were going to start. They never even started, Jackson. So they bought a couple of rolls of that.
Yeah, they were planning on replacing.
Yeah, but they just didn't know what they were doing, unfortunately. And they were trying to cut corners here, and it bit them. It bit them pretty bad.
Yeah, because I mean,
Before they did any of that, they should have leveled the house. It's just your first.
It is now that I've done it, like been around. I'm like the first thing I look at is foundation.
You know what? You know what I really like though, Jackson, to do is when I get houses like this.
Yeah.
Is I like to gut them completely.
Right.
Flooring and all. The reason why is that is because when they level it, I like to see it bare. They're gonna get it as close as possible when it's bare, instead of guessing between the floors.
Well, yeah, it almost seems like it saves you money because, like, if you don't on something like this, you're gonna run into more issues and have to tear it down later. Where if you got the guys in there to gut it,
clean it all out, get the smell gone. Goodness, spray a lot of disinfectant and probably some flea stuff.
You know this area pretty good. This seems like a pretty clean neighborhood, though.
This is a good neighborhood.
This is a nice. In the plants
from here to over there, Jackson, where we purchased the other two.
Yeah.
Different neighborhoods.
Okay.
It's like going to Cloverleaf and going to Houston. It's a different kind of people that live here.
I saw some Range Rovers and like.
Yeah.
You get nice trucks, boats.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps their stuff up.
It's all clean, yeah. And look, everybody's got new windows except this house. And it's got a ton of windows. 1, 2,
Oh yeah,
3,
that's
4,
an expense too. You got to
5,
redo.
6, 7.
Because a couple of them are broken.
I would just replace them all, Jackson.
Yeah.
On this one, like really, I would just replace them. Spend like $8,000 on them.
Okay.
Just replace all your windows, cause
they did. They did all the nice new windows.
You're gonna stand out. Look, new windows, new windows.
Yep, new windows.
Everybody's got the new windows except this house.
I think everybody would be pretty excited to see this house clean up.
I agree. And I think
that smells good out here.
You can breathe. I could almost taste it in there, and it was bad.
I've never been in a moldy house like that, where it's that thick. Like, makes your lips dry.
Yeah, it does.
Cool. I'm gonna go call them.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna tell them where we're at with it, and then we'll put in our offer of. So if the ARV is $275, I think they're asking like.
Are you off already?
145.
Yes.
So we'll have to come in more in the 100 range. I'll do the numbers real quick. I'll call Joe and we'll make an offer.
I was thinking about 100 max, 105.
Yeah. And we'll see if they do it, but.
This is a moldy house. They've been sitting on it for a while, Jackson.
Yep.
I mean, this house is only growing more and more mold as the day goes by. It's only gonna get worse. I mean, obviously you're gonna have to gut everything now and just go in there.
And it's about to get even hotter and more humid.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're getting more rain and you can tell the water's coming in from the backyard, so that's the issue in itself.
All right, I'll make it happen. All right, so I was in there taking videos. She already called me back and said, call me ASAP. So I don't know if they already sold it. I had to go back in there. It smells like shit, so bad. Looks like another investor coming to look at it. He's creeping. I bet it is. Yep, not what I wanted to see. And she's not answering, so. All right, we'll see what she says.
Hey, Jackson.
Hey, what's up? Did you call?
Yes, I did. I'm here with John, and we're just gonna ask you a couple questions.
Sweet. I'm trying to text these videos to you as well.
Yeah, if you could, and also I was wanting to see what were you getting on repairs on it?
My contractor said minimum 110.
110. Okay.
It's huge. It's a massive house. I mean, there's no way you can go about it without completely gutting it and remediating the mold. So you could probably do it cheaper if you just put new drywall up, but that's what the sellers did, and it's already full of mold.
They just put new shear and it's already got mold.
Yeah, and the vents, you'll see in the videos, they're all just completely full of mold. So the whole system needs to be replaced, remediated, and then the house needs to be leveled. It's down a couple inches all over the place too. So
okay, sounds good. Yeah, if you would choose the videos, I just want to get an idea because in case I need to get a reduction, stuff like this helps me go for it.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, I got my
were you seeing the same value as us, like that 270, 275 number?
Yeah, dude, I do see it, but yeah, to get that, yeah, this thing's got to be cleaned up for sure.
Okay, that makes sense, bro. Well, I will, let's just see what we can do, and then just shoot that over to me in case I need a reduction, and I'll use that as ammo for it.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. So are you talking directly with the seller, John, or?
Yeah, anything that I send you, we're directly to the seller on it.
That's awesome, man. They're going to know how deep they are in this. Like, you can tell they tried to do it. There's plumbing in the garage. They tried to do the electrical panel. It's a disaster. They knocked out some walls, but they didn't frame it correctly. So they went to Lowe's and got 4x6s, and that's holding the whole house up. It's in rough shape, dude. It needs to be completely since they took all the walls out, it's got to be reframed. But that mold, yeah, I mean, you have to take everything out and remediate it before you do anything.
Okay, that helps. Yeah, whenever Kyle gets the videos, we'll use that for reduction.
Sweet, man. And
just
then
give us the number that you're good at.
Okay, I will. And then just let me know, man, and we'll scoop it up.
Also, she called you on Good Hope. If you want to give me a number on that, the sellers are talking to us about, they already gave me a little bit of money off, not much, but I didn't know if that was something where where we were close to you on it. Yeah, I'm here, Mark.
Cool. Yeah,
I guess that would help too. But
okay.
Hey, I'm on the line right now. I'll call you right back.
Okay. All right. So they sent me another one, which is crazy because the other day, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna get rid of it," but now they still have it, and it's got a good deal. So I got to try and get these videos to go through. Oh, they did go through. Nice. I don't know what this other dude's doing here though. See, that's the thing. I don't know if multiple wholesalers have it or what, but there's a guy sitting right here. He's just kind of looking at me. I'm looking at him, but they got the videos. So once we hear back, I'll probably start rolling back to the house. I don't need to do anything else here. I've seen it. I need some fresh air in my nose. Get this mold out of there. And then, I don't know, he sent me this other one. Maybe I'll go look at it. So, house flipping life. As a newbie, a complete rookie, would you guys do me a favor? Continue to hit that like button, pause the video, do whatever you gotta do. I am documenting my entire life. I'm even bringing the money dog with me. And the only thing that's helping my videos, because I'm just such a baby channel, I can't compete with the big gurus out there, is when you guys engage with the channel. And if you got anybody you know who's getting into house flipping, hey, shoot over the channel to him, man. Be like, check out this guy's videos. Or don't say, no, this guy's an idiot. But I'd appreciate any kind of help that you guys have for me. So I might have some things coming up in the pipeline. If a few of you are wanting to get into this and maybe even start prospecting, wholesaling, calling, that kind of thing. I talked to Hard Money Joe. He had a wholesale company forever. And if it's something you want to do to earn a couple, $1,000 or whatever, we may, just for our channel to get more deals, bring some of you guys on. So you guys can just comment down below, I'm down to call or I'm down to join, and we can start collecting that. And then in a future video, I'll have you guys reach out. We'll do a Zoom meeting, something like that. So if you guys are interested in learning more from us, but we'll come back here in a little bit. We're going to break down this deal, and hopefully I am buying this flip with hard money, and I'll show you exactly how I do it. All right, so my first call is really quick. It's to my wife to tell her I'm looking at property. She needs to pick up the kids, but also tell her about it. She wasn't able to make it. But I'm going to call Hard Money Joe next. He's the best at running the situational stuff and how to offer this. And then I'll call the wholesaler and make the offer. What's up, Shouty?
Getting my hair blow dried.
Dang.
What are you doing?
Me and Ismail just walked a property in Baytown.
Oh, you're in Baytown?
Yeah, I got this hot deal this morning, and I had to come look at it. We just went in and looked at it. 2,300 square foot house. It's more
Oh, it's big.
It is, and it's in a northern neighborhood, a really clean neighborhood. It's nice in here. And
good.
It's a 2,300 square foot house that it's a 4 2.5 right now that we could easily make to a 5 2.5. But people own it, tried to gut it themselves and did a bunch of makeshift framing. There's mold head to toe everywhere.
Wow.
and the backyard slopes into the house. So like, I think all these heavy rains, the water just washes into the house. So they gave up on it. So it's all gutted, but it's a complete gut job.
Like how much?
Right now they want like 140 for it, I think. 140, 145. But the ARV is 275. So I'm gonna talk to Hard Money Joe and see if we can get it lower, like at 100 or something like that, and then we'd have pretty good wiggle room.
Did they get it? Is this from Perry?
No, it's a wholesaler that's not even from here. And the crazy part, they find deals, but in Houston every once in a while, but they don't want them, so they always just send them off to other wholesalers. And I'm like, well, send them to me. And so this guy and this gal, they've been sending them to me first.
Oh, nice. Right on.
So it's got in the front, it's got windows that have the arches.
No way.
Brick.
That's a good sign.
It's brick, got the arches, got a new roof, new AC, but all the duct work and everything's got to go because it's just pure mold.
Oh, I mean, that's what they go back at it and be like, dude.
Oh yeah, yep.
Awesome.
So anyways,
Well,
I'm gonna make some
then.
call. Yeah, I'll probably be home in a couple hours.
All right, I'll get the Cheetos.
Okay, sounds good. Love you.
Okay, love ya. Bye.
Bye. All right, so now I'm gonna call Hard Money. Before I do anything, I always talk to your mentor. He's been through this situation.
Hey, what's up, man?
What up, Hard Money?
How you doing?
So we just walked it.
Yeah.
They were asking.
I think
so,
he texted to me.
there it is, 145 with an ARV of 275. So
Those numbers look good, yeah.
the 275 I saw a sold, a pending, all the same size, and this one actually you could easily make it. It's a 5, 2.5.
Jeez, that's a fair finish.
It says 2,300 from what she said, but we were in there and he's like, man, I think this is way big. It's a big open house, like massive, and it's on a corner lot with a detached 2-car garage, huge backyard, massive front yard, brick house. Somebody had the sellers had it and they tried doing work themselves, so the framing's really janky, and there is mold from head to toe, dude. Like I even feel like I got a headache now.
In the whole house?
Whole house.
So there's some kind of moisture issue getting in behind the sheetrock?
So brand new roof, so I think they had some obviously leaks from that, but what we found out, we went in the backyard, the whole thing is like a foot higher than it's like a foot higher, so it slopes down, and even the concrete patio in the back, it slopes towards the house, so all the water I think is rushing in. And then I think with the leak they got it into the air conditioner, so all the AC vents are just complete mold. Ismail's like, yep, he goes, you gotta rip all the ductwork out. You gotta get it out. We have to clean this thing to the studs. You gotta get all the drywall. You literally have to scrape it down to nothing, and then you have to put the stuff on it, kill it, remediate it. And he goes, a lot of people don't know how to do that and they freak out. He goes, we do it all the time, no big deal, but like that's a major issue. And then he's thinking it's like 110,000 rehab.
Okay. Ishmael said that?
Yep, because it's so big and all the remediation, and now we got to go in and kind of redo the framing, but it is gutted, it's wide open. You just got to tear all the stuff out of it, and then definitely going to have Freddie come in and level it. There's some low spots, and then we got to get a skid steer in the backyard and scrape out a bunch of the dirt and then re-pour some concrete. So
I mean, it sounds like a sizable job, but
yep,
sounds like he knows, Ishmael knows what he's doing, so.
He does. It's a sizable. I mean, did you ever run across these where it's more sizable, but I mean the numbers are there and just?
Yeah, I mean, in one way, it's not bad because it takes a lot of guesswork out of it. Like when we had all the houses after Harvey, I knew what it was going to cost to rehab it because it's got to take it. It's right. Needs electrical. Needs all the sheetrock. Needs everything.
Yep.
It doesn't hit you with any surprises because all the walls are already open.
That's what he said. He goes, honestly, Jackson, I want to rip this to the studs because I see all this. Now they tried to replace it with new drywall and it's already molded. He's like,
it wasn't. I mean, what was the moisture issue? It wasn't that it flooded and they put it back up and they didn't remediate it, was it?
Dude, I don't know. I got to figure that out. But I think it's like on the heavy rains, it's coming from the backyard and coming in the house.
Okay.
I don't think it I don't know.
You just gotta identify what that issue is, what's causing it, to make sure that it didn't happen again.
Yeah, and it does have a brand new roof, so I am wondering if some of it, if it had massive leaks and it got all over in the house, and they tried taking the drywall off and putting new up, but they didn't remediate it. Do you think that? I mean, that's probably and that's the thing.
If they put that sheetrock back up, and it wasn't done, then it's gonna mold again.
Because they have new drywall stacked in here that they didn't put up yet. That
Got it.
is starting to grow some mold in it too on it. So there's like active mold, but like I said, the air ducts are all moldy. So I'm sure that when they were running the air, it was just blowing mold everywhere or blowing moisture.
Yeah, sure.
So with a brand new roof and if we gut it to the studs and remediate it, I guess it's just we'll be good then. And then scrape the backyard and make it level and flat. So there's no stickers on the door, like it wasn't shut down or nothing. I think they just
haven't caught them yet.
I mean, if you're at this point and you're just a normal seller owner and you still got another $110,000 to go, like you probably just wash your hands with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Nobody's got that much cash just laying there to finish it.
Yeah, all single pane windows, some of them broken, so got to replace windows.
So where does that put you if you
Okay.
275, but you think you can push that up?
Maybe, but I think 275 is where we'd want to come in, because I do see that one that sold. It's like the same square footage, and then I see that one that's pending right now, same exact size, square footage bedrooms at 275 as well. So we might be able to squeeze this to a 5-bedroom, and hey, maybe you get up to 300, but I think 275-ish is, I mean, I don't know if you had a chance to run it, but it looked.
Yeah, no, I haven't yet. I will here shortly.
Okay, and then so 275,000 times 0.75 equals 206, and then he's like, he really thinks like 115,000. I think if we got it at 100,000, I don't know if they would do that, but
Probably the wholesaler doesn't have that much margin in it.
right.
It's not Mike, is it?
It's not Mike. This is some other people that they're working directly with the seller, so they can go negotiate for us, you know.
Yeah, if they can. Yeah.
Because I mean, that's the thing. It's
Cool.
just
Well, yeah, let me
you gotta
sit down here in a
remediate it.
second. I'll see if you can push that value up at all.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let me know, and I'm gonna call her and just talk
Yeah,
with her.
ask her already. Start planting the seeds. See if she has any wiggle room.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll do that.
All right.
All right, man.
Bye.
Bye. All right, so what he's talking about there is maybe it's worth a little bit more than 275, especially with the 5th bedroom, corner lot, complete remodel gut job. Might be able to push the values up a little bit, which would definitely help. But at 145 and you're 115,000, what's that? 260, and the ARV, there's no room. So we really got to try and get this thing at 100,000. Put 115 into it, which gets you up to 215,000. And even with an ARV of 275, you know, there's plenty of room there in that 50 to 60K range, even with closing costs and fee. You know, you still have that 40, 50K, but maybe if you push it up to 300, now you're looking at that more sizable, you know, 80,000. So I don't know. This is why I want to start working with these sellers directly, because now I don't have a middle person that has to make a little bit of money as well, and just have these honest conversations with people, you know. And anyways, I'm gonna call her. Dude, I swear my head hurts.
Hello.
Hey Kylie, how are you? This is Jackson.
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing good. I'm at that Baytown house.
Okay.
What do you know any more about it, like from the sellers?
I know they told us there was a small roof leak. Other than that, no. I mean, I can ask.
Yeah.
I can ask, because John just gave me the still.
Okay.
To sell, so I can ask if we have any other information, but what are you needing?
Well, the whole house is covered in mold from like top to bottom, so it's got some serious issues to it. So I think you can see what they tried to do. They tried remodeling it themselves, and I mean, there's just mold everywhere, water damage, and so and then they tried to like knock some walls out, but they didn't do it correctly. So they have just random 4x6s holding up the house. So I think they kind of got in over their skis, and then they probably had a lot of leaks from the old roof. But the backyard also is about a foot higher than the foundation, so all the water is rushing in from that. You can see it coming in. So right away, there's a lot of low spots, and you'd have to level the whole house and then basically tear the entire house down to the studs, remediate that mold, spray it, you know, kill it, and then go back from there. So it's a really sizable job. I'm just wondering how much wiggle room they have on it, because at 145, there's no deal in it.
Okay, I gotcha. I mean, what number are you thinking?
So I have my contractor here. We ran a budget. He says on the lowest end, he's at like 105, 110,000 to fix this thing. So
Okay.
with it, yeah.
I'm about to be back in the office in like 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
And I can kind of relay all of that to John, because obviously we haven't walked this one there at all since we're in Dallas. But,
Yep. I have a full video of it too if you guys need to see it, so you know I'm not BSing.
Yeah, please send that to me. That would actually help.
Yep. I can do that. I can send it. I'll text it to you, just a quick video, and then what I'll do is, wait for you. But I mean, to be honest, we're gonna have to be close to 100,000 on it, just because it's 110, 115,000.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely don't have it that low, but
Yep.
I'm just walking into the office right now, so let me see what I can do, and then can you just send me that video for sure?
Yep, for sure.
All right, thank you, Jackson.
Yep, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. All right, so obviously I have this video, but I can't get that to her. I'm just gonna go and do some cell phone videos real quick and just make them like a couple of them that are are a minute long and just text them to her so that she can see it. That way they can negotiate with the seller too. And this is the part of house flipping. I mean, you don't get every deal, and you don't want to get like, I want this thing. This is awesome. This is a beautiful house. I think we can make it look amazing, but man, all that mold and foundation in the back, like there's a lot to it. So these people might need to feel a little bit more pain first before, but then that's the thing I've learned. You like, there's people who just come in and scoop this thing up for $150 all day, and like, I don't know, maybe they sit on them and they just need to park cash, or they can remediate it and do a super cheap flip and just put a renter in it. But when you're flipping, you know, like with what we do, I don't see it, you know? So anyways, it ain't over yet. I'm gonna go take these videos and text them to her, and then I'll be back in real quick, and hopefully she'll call me back and we'll have a little more info. All right, I have no idea why I'm doing this, but I was about to leave and I'm just staring at all these cars here, you know, the Corvette and the Mercedes-Benz, and everybody's here, and I'm like, oh, I just want to run away, but for some reason I sat there forever, and I'm like, I kind of want to talk to him. So I don't know, I'm gonna go in and try and talk to him and interview him and just see what's up. What's going on, man? How are you?
What's going on? Good, yourself?
Good. Are you a flipper? Or?
Yeah, I'm a flipper, yeah. It's a pretty big rehab, man.
Do you do a lot of flips, or?
Yeah, I've done about 40.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. I started when I was 20.
You did?
Yeah,
No shit, and you've done 40 of them?
Yeah.
I'm brand new into this, so I've created a YouTube channel. I'm documenting, like,
Oh, yeah?
I'm on my 4th one, but
This is a big...
it's way bigger than I think what they said, like 2,300 or whatever. Maybe it is 2,300, but it's huge.
It's a big rehab.
It's massive.
Yeah, for sure.
I just had my contractor here, and he's like, dude, this thing is gut to the studs.
Yeah, no, I FaceTimed him, I sent him pictures. He's like, bro.
Yeah.
He was like, I thought you said we were not going to do these anymore. And I was like, man.
You mean like the complete gut job?
Mm-hmm.
I have a brand new YouTube channel, by the way. It's not new. It's actually growing pretty quickly, but I don't know. I'm fascinated with this stuff. Do you mind if I just ask, like, why?
Yeah.
What do you think about, like, these ones that are complete gut jobs? Or do you like ones that are a little bit, like,
So
quicker?
I think that if they're complete gut jobs, they need to be worth it. Because, you know, these are like 2 to 3 months to fix.
Right.
You know, definitely not a month. If you got someone who can do it in a month, you got
a good contractor.
A good contractor.
Yeah.
It's 2 to 3 months to fix. Add another maybe 2 to 3 months to sell. I mean, this is a hot market, so it might sell in a month, but you still need 30 to 45 days to close.
Right.
So I will calculate another 2 months.
Yep.
So you're looking at 4 to 6 months in the
hard money loan.
Hard money loan. So what I tell everyone is if they're big rehabs like this, they better be worth it.
Yeah.
So for example, I don't pay 80% or even 75% on deals like these. It has to be 70 below, and 70 is pushing it. Just because if we're gonna hold it for 4 to 6 months, you gotta be making a good amount.
What's a good amount to you? What do you try and shoot for?
So I'm on cash return. As long as I make double of what my down payment is, I'm fine. So for example, if I'm only putting, I don't know what the down payment would be for this, but like there was a property I put down like 18,000. As long as I make double that, I'm fine.
Oh, okay. So you want 36 in return?
Yeah, and I do it all the time. 100% return.
Dude, that's a huge misconception in the flipping world. I think everybody thinks they need to make 50, 70,000.
No, there's been deals where I only put down like 12K, and I'm okay with making 25. Because my cash on cash return is high. Now, the only thing I don't do is I don't calculate the mortgage payments in that cash on cash return because I'm not going to get any deals.
Right.
So what I do is okay, for example, let's say this comes out 30K, I would be very happy making 60 on this.
Right.
When it comes to these bigger flips, if I need to go to that 80, 90% cash on cash return, I'll do it. But it doesn't happen all the time.
Good to know.
Yeah. So the lowest I would like to be at is 80, man.
I got you.
So if the down payment's
80% on cash return. That makes sense. Yeah, so in this one with the variables of like, I mean, obviously you got to completely scrape it. You got to mold remediate it. It's bad shape. You got to level the foundation.
And I could be wrong in my calculations, so I don't know. Would that be 200% or 100%? So if you put down 15,000.
I get exactly what you mean.
Okay,
yeah, no, I don't know if it's 200% or I think it's 100%. You're right. But I know exactly what you're saying. That's why I said 36.
So I'm not going to make double because you get your down payment back and then there you go.
And then you can keep going.
Yeah, there you go. So.
Yeah, because this one, I mean, it's over 6 figures is what we were thinking.
For the rehab?
I think, yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
What did you think?
Oh, man, I have a really good contractor, so I'm maybe like 60, 70.
Really? And even remediating the whole thing? Yeah.
So I just bought an 8-unit. It's my first multifamily.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. It's the first multifamily. I'm not experienced, so I'm learning. And it's 4,900 square feet. It's an 8-plex, 4 2-bedroom, 1 bath, 4 1-bedroom, 1 bath. I'm getting that done for 75.
Are you flipping it or?
No, I'm definitely keeping
that
one.
one.
I'm having a son, so I'm trying to get
nice,
some
congrats,
residual
man.
income.
Yeah.
Home, man.
That's so cool. I know I got 3 littles too, but
Yeah.
we've been kind of doing some in Baytown. I live up in Kingwood, so I like
Bro, you drove what, like?
yeah, like an hour.
Yeah, same. I just left the Woodlands at the hospital, so.
Where do you do most of your flips?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, so Houston.
That's the hard part, because I try and pick areas.
So
But
I went as far as like Jackson, man. I'll never do it again.
Yeah.
But I'll come to Baytown. If the deal makes sense, it's worth the try.
Right.
So like with this one, I gotta make at least. I will be happy. Assuming the down payment, what I think it's gonna be, I gotta make at least 60 on this.
Exactly.
For me to be what it's 10,000 a month in 6 months, you know, I'll be happy with it. But I don't know, man.
It's a lot.
It's a full freaking.
Well, and that's what I think my contractor was like. We usually are in that, like on big ones like this, you know, that's 60, 80. But he's like, dude, we got to level it. And he goes, I don't know, did you see the backyard? All the water's coming in. He's like, we got to scrape that out.
So it's a full job.
And that mold, he's like, this mold is no joke, dude. You got to literally get it down to the studs everywhere and remediate it.
They said it didn't flood, so I don't understand how.
My guess is that with a new roof, it leaked like hell, but it's the backyard. You can see it's a foot higher. I think when it rained, that water's flooding in.
Right.
And then the whole HVAC system is toast too, because all the vents were all moldy.
Oh,
So it's just blowing mold. And so even the new drywall they put up, it's all covered in mold. That's why my contractor's done a lot of it. He's like, dude, you got to get it literally to the studs, everything, and kill it. And then you spray the stuff on it so it can never grow again.
Yeah.
So that's where he's like, this is bigger than you think, because you got to get it down to nothing. You can't just like patch up.
No. I told him, I said, dude, we're doing
Everything.
He's like,
Whoa.
I thought we weren't doing these. Because I told him, I said, I'm going to stay away from the big rehabs. I said, I'm not. If I get it cheap enough, I will. You know?
That's what because we did a couple small ones over here, and they're quick and easy, man. But, I mean, still got to sell them. But at the same time, the flip part. And then we did like a 3,000 square foot in Kingwood. We did pretty good on the profit, but like.
Are you a realtor?
Kind of. Like.
So are you licensed?
No.
Okay, you're not licensed. Okay.
Yeah, so.
Who lists your flips?
I have an agent do it.
How much does he
So
charge you?
1.5.
1.5.
Yeah.
Does he help you with like an analysis and getting everything? Okay, good. Yeah.
All right, so my camera died out there. I don't know what possessed me to go, and I was terrified, like shaking. I don't know why, but I think it was the nice cars and people in there, and then you get the offers. I'm telling you, when you get into house flipping and there's multiple people involved, it builds up your what do you call that? Your anxiety, you're just like, it gives you adrenaline rush. So I go in there, and as you heard from Christian, I just met him. Coolest dude ever. He's done 40 flips. He's about 8 years into this. My freaking camera dies. He tells me his very first deal, get this. He worked at Kohl's, saved up a little bit of money. He actually got into real estate, had a couple deals, saved, had about 15 grand, worked side jobs, did whatever he could to save money, buys his first property from a tax auction. Buys this thing, new, like a new build, incredible deal. He pulls up to the address, drives up. It's a mobile home. He walked inside, the floor, the whole entire unit was split in half and broken. It was completely collapsed. He said he started crying. He lost all his money. He was just devastated. And I was like, God, what did my camera break on this? Didn't break my battery. And he goes, crazy enough though, I called the auction house and they messed up, or the bank or whoever it was, they messed up the address. It was completely their fault. So they bought it back and did like a 25%. He's like, I made like 4 to 5 grand, but you talk about the most stressful. Like, I finally take my leap of faith to buy something, I do it, and it's the wrong house. He's like, dude, I thought I was screwed. My life was over. So this flipping stuff, but now he's done, 40 of them. And I don't know if you heard in there, he said his budget was about 60. You heard ours is considerably higher. He's probably got a contractor, maybe they do these. I don't know if they put, lower end stuff or whatever. You guys have seen everything that our contractor does. But I think at the end of the day, it's going to cost a little bit more. When the cameras, I was talking to him about he goes, where do you think the water's coming? I'm like, I think it comes from the backyard. So I don't think they factor in scraping the backyard and removing all of the concrete in the back and then replacing all the siding and doing that. So I think those are things too. He's done 40 of them. He does great. So maybe his costs do go up as you go. But I thought it was pretty interesting to hear his theory behind flipping, which was basically, hey, if it cost me $15,000 to get into it, then I just want to make 15 on top of that. So all said and done, all fees, I'm looking to make 30 on that. So it's interesting to hear, as people go on their profits. And I think new flippers, we tend to go like, I got to make 50. You know, I was talking to a guy the other day, he goes, I'm not even going to do one unless it's 75,000, you know, and those are the things that they'll always hold you back for years. I think that's what was in my mind is I got to make 50, I got to make 80, I got to make 100. And, you know, when these people are churning and burning and doing a lot of them and they can double their money and get in and out in a month or two, that's great. So I already know, I mean, I put in my offer. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to read this. So I sent them in. I'm going to turn my camera around and this is what I wrote them. I said 275,000 ARV. Look at this. It almost looks like I know what I'm talking about now, even though I'm so new. 75% LTV HML, so that's a loan to value hard money loan. 115,000 remodel budget. That equals 91,000. Would do 100,000. And then I wrote out everything: complete gut of everything in the house, mold remediation, new framing and beams. They tore out the load supporting walls incorrectly. Level entire foundation. Replace rotten siding. Replace the drywall. Lower grade of whole house by a foot, and that's outside. Add proper drainage, all new HVAC, windows, electrical, and panel and plumbing. Complete gut and rebuild on 4/5 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, fixtures, appliances. So I wanted to make it look really good and kind of professional, but you know, with all these other people here and Christian here, his rehab so far he thinks is considerably lower than ours, so he's probably going to put in a better offer. Maybe not, I don't really know, but the good news is I got some good insight from him, and he might take me on some of his projects that he's doing. He bought an 8-plex, his very first one, and he's gutting it, so I might tag along, and it might be something. You guys comment down below and let me know if you want me to maybe just start tagging along with other flippers and investors and documenting them, you know, in their stories and follow them along. You guys can comment and let me know what you guys thoughts are on that down below. So anyways, I'll probably hear back. I'm going to start driving. That was about, you know, 30-45 minutes of extra talking. The crazy part was I was telling him about the loan programs that I use, and he thought that was crazy. He's like, how are you getting those deals, you know, and the down payments that cheap? And I told him about Hard Money Joe. So if y'all ain't using it, down in the description is a free cash calculator. He's done 40 flips, and when I told him about that, he was like, what? That's the coolest thing ever. So y'all are all welcome to use that free cash calculator. And if you want, you can reach out to Hard Money Joe. He's licensed in like 48 states. He can run these numbers, you know, or he can, you know, do these loans for you. At least have a conversation, and he's well connected. He could hook you up with somebody who does similar programs in your market. So use that calculator. It's down in the description. Free cash calculator. And then what I'm using as a new flipper is the Propelio to do my comps because I'm not licensed. So that's also down there. I think you can sign on free for it, but man, it's so quick. I looked at the comps for this in about 5 minutes through Propelio. That would have taken me 30-45 minutes through HAR, Zillow, you know, and then they give rough averages. Here it's a non-disclosed state, so they don't even give you the actual sold price. Propelio tells me exactly what things were sold for, so that's why I was so confident and wanted to get down here ASAP. So another day of house flipping. We're gonna scoot on home, and then anything that prevails with this, we'll keep you posted. All right, so this is actually the next day, and I never heard back, you know, so what I did is I texted her and said, did Baytown sell? And she said, yes, we ended up selling it at ask. So they were asking $145,000 and they got full asking price. Now I know you guys are probably going to comment, you know, your contractor's too much and I could do that for 50, 60 or whatever it is. And I talked to my contractor at length about this yesterday, and he goes, dude, Jackson, I've been doing this for 20 years. He goes, they might be able to do it a little bit cheaper, but like 60,000, there's just no way. He goes, I've done this so many times. You have to realize that leveling this house and then replacing every ounce of drywall in that house, you have to take the entire house down to the studs. Okay, now I don't know if the budget that was sent was 60, and some people, like I said, I don't even know why they buy these properties. 145 on this is actually still a pretty good deal, but even if your budget is 80, 90,000, you know, it really cuts into that flip. But as you heard in the interview, there are a lot of flippers out there that if they can get into this deal for 10,000 and they can double their money and make 20 grand, right? Then they're okay with that. So I think the strategy that I'm going for is that we're really looking for like a minimum of like 30, 40,000 in profit after everything's said and done, because, you know, we're splitting that two ways. So that's 15 to 20 grand. But it also just brings up another point that you can go through these wholesalers and you can find deals. And honestly, if I like expanded my horizon to all of Houston, I think I would find way more deals. But that also takes me going out and driving all these properties and looking at them, you know. And so that's what makes it difficult in such a big big city, right? So it just motivates me to come up with my own lead generation source, like direct to seller, right? And so that's kind of where my focus has been lately. I've actually been taking a lot of meetings and learning about that. So I think, and to trust me, I'm going to document it. In fact, I've already recorded some calls of me going through building out some lead generation and what those strategies look like. I'll give them to you guys. All you got to do is subscribe to this YouTube channel, comment, give me those videos, whatever you got to do, and I'll be documenting them here in the future. But, you know, obviously getting your start with wholesalers, going through those groups, touring, that's the best thing you can do. But if you want to scale this thing, I truly feel to get the maximum profits and to, you know, not have to compete as much, you know, with these other people, you got to get direct to seller. So we're going to be working on talking with real estate agents across Houston to send us off-market deals, and then I'll pay them to do that, as well as calling, you know, distressed properties and sellers. So that brings up another thing. I've actually had a few of you guys message, so I know you want it, and girls, if you are interested in wholesaling for me, I will highlight you, I will highlight your deals. And what we can do, I talked to Hard Money Joe. He ran his own wholesaling company for years and years, and he has all the training. So what we'll do is do weekly live trainings with Hard Money Joe on not only how to wholesale and find your own properties, you'll be doing it for me and learning for free, but you'll learn the house flipping process as well. So if you are interested in that, go ahead, and actually my email is in the about section, but it's invest, INVEST, at realagentnow.com. And I want you guys to shoot me an email and say, hey, I would love to be trained up, mentored, and start wholesaling for you. And I can, you know, give you a referral fee for every deal that I close on. I'm looking to buy as many as I can. So if you guys want, shoot me that email or comment down below. I'm interested, and I'll try to reach out in some way, shape, or form. But in the meantime, if you are trying to just find deals and get going, the best strategy is looking at properties. This is the exact video of how I got started. Day 2 into house flipping as a complete rookie, as a complete beginner. You'll see my Facebook post. You'll see how I got contacted. This is how I met Hard Money Joe. This is the best video that you need right now if you want to get started.